Hi guys, I'm Alex, your Vice President for Welfare and Equality, and today we are joined by the lovely Sinead from the Volunteer Centre in Carlow. And we're just basically going to talk a little bit about volunteering during COVID-19 and what you can do to help during this time. And I'm sure with a lot of spare time that you guys have at the moment as well. So hi Sinead, welcome.
Hi Alex.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Good. So who are Carlow Volunteer Centre? Do you want to kind of describe what you guys do and everything like that?
Yep. So we're part of a wider network of volunteer centres nationally, and we come under the umbrella of Volunteer Ireland. So basically our primary role is to work with organisations, community and voluntary organisations that need volunteers to help deliver their services, and we work with individuals then who want to volunteer themselves. So that's one of our primary our primary role. Yeah.
Great. And why do you think people, and specifically students, should volunteer? So what's kind of in it for them as such?
Okay, so volunteering is like really good overall, and we have people that volunteer for many different reasons. But for students, it looks really good on your CV. So when you're job hunting later on, from the employer side, it really helps the candidate stand out, and it adds an extra dimension to that candidate. It helps develop new skills and new experiences that maybe you wouldn't have had a chance to be exposed to previously. As a volunteer, you are wearing many hats probably in an organisation and are thrown in the deep end sometimes, and like that's really good.
Sometimes it's the best way.
It's really good because it helps you kind of think on your feet and just really get stuck into it. So that's brilliant.
Yeah, and I'm sure you kind of network as well. So obviously meeting other volunteers and organisations.
Really good, yeah. And that's especially if you're not from Carlow and you're volunteering in Carlow. It's a really good way of meeting people. And networking, as you said, particularly in areas, if you want to work in that area, it's a really good way of networking.
Of course, yeah.
It's also lots of fun.
Yeah,
so people volunteer over and over again because they get a lot out of it.
Yeah. Perfect. So basically, obviously it's going to change a little bit with COVID-19. So I think we're all kind of having a bit of Zoom fatigue and sick of being at home. But obviously there's opportunities there to kind of give back during this time. So would you kind of recommend volunteering from home and during COVID-19?
Yes. Like we want to say that volunteering is still there. There's still opportunities, even though it is different than previously. But we are working with organisations to help them kind of embrace virtual volunteering and volunteering from home. It was always there, but it just wasn't as big as it is now. So if you want to volunteer, you can go onto our website, so volunteercarlow.ie. You can register as a volunteer through there, and it brings you to the iVol website. So you register there if you want to volunteer in Carlow. You pick Carlow as your office, and if you want to volunteer like nationally or in a different area, you have the option there as well.
That's great, because we have students on our Wexford campus and Wicklow campus.
Yeah.
And it's great that they can kind of pick their local area.
Absolutely.
Or if students are at home and kind of just learning from home at the moment, that they can kind of do something in their local area.
iVol is national, so like you can pick which area you want to volunteer from there. You can also browse the volunteer opportunities nationally from iVol, and you can, if you want to volunteer specifically from home, you can pick the from home filter, so it'll show up all the ones that.
So that's great, because it's almost more accessible to people, and it can kind of more flexible as well. So say if you have a couple of spare hours a week, you no longer kind of have to worry about getting to the area that you're volunteering in. You can kind of do it from home and kind of fit it in amongst your schedule. So it's fantastic.
Yeah, particularly for students who obviously college is their priority and their college work, and transport might be an issue. It's brilliant that they're able to fit it in, volunteering in their own time.
And what kind of volunteering is there available? So I'd say there's a lot of kind of IT stuff at the moment, but is there other types?
Yeah, there would have been always social media volunteers needed or IT support volunteers needed with organisations, and obviously that's more prominent now, and because you can do it nationally. There's like letter writing, there's like crafts you can do that you can send off to an organisation. There's lots of stuff available. So you can browse through and pick something that would have been of interest to you. There's like support, like helplines, there's online like website moderators, like stuff like that.
That's fantastic. I mean,
Yeah.
it's quite broad. So
Yeah.
whatever skill set you have, you can kind of add something
Yeah,
to
or
it.
you can try something completely new.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of like a new hobby as well. Well, that's fantastic. It's great to hear that you can still volunteer during COVID-19 with all the spare time that we all do have right now. So thank you very much for coming in.
Thank
We
you.
really appreciate it and all the information. And just to remind people, so it's carlowvolunteer.ie is the website.
VolunteerCarlow.ie.
Oh, I do this every time. Oh my God. I'm not very good at this. And the emails, just to refresh people's memories.
You can email info@volunteercarlow.ie, or you can email myself, Sinead, at volunteercarlow.ie, or Helen or Natasha.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you very much. And make sure to volunteer this Christmas. As you can tell, it's very important. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.